He sent her the termination email at 4:47 p.m. on a Friday. She read it, set her phone down, and smiled because she'd been waiting for this moment for almost a year, and she was already 3 steps ahead. The office was on the 14th floor, floor-to-ceiling windows, the kind of place that was designed to make you feel like you'd made it. Sarah had a corner desk she'd earned in year 3, a plant she'd kept alive for 8 years, a whiteboard in the corner that still had her original architecture diagram on it, the one she drew in 2013 with a borrowed marker on her first day. She knew every person on that floor by name, their kids' names, their coffee orders. She'd hired half of them. When Marcus called her into the glass conference room at 3 p.m. that Friday, she thought it was a budget review. It was not a budget review. Sarah had given that company 11 years. She built their core product from a whiteboard sketch into a $40 million revenue line. She trained every engineer on the team. And in Q1 of 2024, her boss, a man she'd onboarded herself, called her into a glass-wall conference room and told her the company was moving toward an AI-first infrastructure. They bought an AI tool that could do a version of her job for $300 a month, and they chose the $300. She wasn't offered a transition, no severance negotiation, no farewell. Her access was revoked before she left the building. A 24-year-old in HR handed her a box. Her name was scrubbed from the product documentation by Monday morning. 11 years, gone in a Friday afternoon email. But here's what they forgot to check. Her original employment contract, the one from 2013, the one nobody had read in a decade. In 2013, when Sarah joined, the company was 5 people in a co-working space. The founder, not a lawyer, drafted the employment contract himself. He copy-pasted a template from the internet, and in that template was a clause, a standard IP assignment clause, except he'd modified it badly. Most IP clauses say anything you build on company time belongs to the company. His said something different. His said anything built using her own methodology, her own proprietary frameworks, developed prior to or independently of company direction, remained hers. In 2017, Sarah had filed a provisional patent, quietly, on her own time, for the data routing architecture that was now the backbone of the entire platform. She filed it in her name. She paid the fees herself. She told no one. It was a Tuesday night in September 2017, 11:42 p.m. She was the last one in the office. She remembers because the cleaning crew had already come and gone, and the only light on was hers. She'd spent 3 weeks filling out the provisional application herself, watching USPTO tutorial videos on her lunch breaks. She wasn't even sure it would hold up. She just knew that what she'd built was hers, in the way that something could be yours before any document says so. She paid the $320 filing fee on her personal credit card, closed her laptop, took the stairs down, and never told a single person. For 7 years, that patent sat there, quietly, waiting. She didn't file as revenge. She filed it because she was careful, because she'd seen what happened to engineers who built things and got nothing. She was protecting herself. When she was fired, she did one thing before leaving. She requested a full copy of her original employment contract, standard offboarding. Nobody questioned it. She took it home. Read clause 4.2 one more time. Called a patent attorney that weekend. The attorney's exact words: "Sarah, I don't think they own this. I think you do." The company had just signed a $12 million enterprise contract, built entirely on the architecture Sarah owned. The attorney sent a formal IP ownership notice. Not a lawsuit, just a letter. A professional, 5-paragraph letter citing the patent number, the contract clause, and a request to discuss licensing. The company's legal team had 30 days to respond. They didn't respond in 30 days. They called her boss at 9 a.m. the next morning. The company's response: they hired a litigation firm. Their position: the patent was invalid because it was developed on company time using company resources. They sent a 40-page counterfiling. They CC'd her personal email. They called her opportunistic. One executive posted on LinkedIn about protecting innovation from bad actors. He didn't name her, but everyone who'd worked there knew exactly who he meant. 3 months in, Sarah's attorney called her on a Wednesday morning. The company's litigation firm was aggressive. Discovery costs were climbing. They were looking at another $40,000 in legal fees minimum before they'd even get to a hearing date. Her attorney laid out plainly, "Sarah, you have a strong case, but strong cases cost money, and they know that." She didn't sleep that night. She ran the numbers 4 times. She almost called her attorney back in the morning to discuss a smaller settlement, something quiet, something that would just make it stop. She didn't make that call. Instead, she opened her laptop and pulled up the original patent filing. Read through it one more time. Then she emailed her attorney 2 words: "Keep going." For days later, Discovery turned up the emails. During Discovery, Sarah's attorney requested internal communications. What they found: emails from 2019 where her direct manager specifically told the engineering team, in writing, that Sarah's routing architecture was her system, her baby. Don't touch it without her sign-off. Emails that explicitly separated her methodology from company IP. Her own boss had documented, for years, that this wasn't company property. He just never thought she'd need to use it. One email in particular stopped her attorney mid-sentence when he read it. It was from Marcus, dated April 14, 2019, sent to the entire engineering team. It read, "Heads up for new engineers. The data routing architecture is Sarah's system. It runs on her methodology. Do not modify, fork, or touch any component of it without her explicit sign-off. This is non-negotiable." Her own boss, in writing, to the entire team. 5 years before he fired her, the attorney printed it, circled it in red pen, set it on the table between them, and just looked at her. She already knew what it meant. The $12 million contract client? They had a clause in their agreement. Any IP dispute affecting the platform gave them the right to exit without penalty. Their lawyers were now watching. For months after the original letter, the company's litigation firm withdrew. 2 weeks later, a mediator was appointed. Sarah walked into that mediation with the patent certificate, the contract clause, 6 years of internal emails, and a licensing proposal she drafted herself. She didn't ask for her job back. She didn't ask for an apology. She asked for a licensing fee, $47,500 per month, retroactive to the date of her termination. They settled in 11 days. The final agreement, $340,000 in retroactive licensing fees, $47,500 per month, going forward for as long as the platform used her architecture, and a clause, her name added back to the product documentation as original architect. The AI tool they replaced her with, still running, on her patent, paying her every single month. The executive who posted about bad actors on LinkedIn, he deleted the post 48 hours after the settlement. Sarah screenshotted it before he did. She has never posted it. She's just kept it in a folder called Rainy Day. Some people get even loudly. Sarah got even quietly, permanently, and with compound interest. 6 months after the settlement, the company was acquired. The acquiring firm did a standard IP audit, and they found something nobody had told them about. The acquisition due diligence revealed the ongoing licensing agreement. The acquiring company, a larger tech firm, had 2 options: renegotiate with Sarah or rebuild the architecture from scratch at an estimated cost of $2.1 million and 18 months of engineering time. They called Sarah directly, bypassed her former employer entirely. She now has a 5-year licensing agreement with a Fortune 500 company for work she did in 2017 on her own time because she read her contract. The lesson isn't about revenge. It's about documentation, about knowing what you own, about the fact that the most powerful thing Sarah ever did wasn't filing the lawsuit. It was filing the patent, years before she ever needed it. She never raised her voice. She never sent an angry email. She just kept records. And the day they handed her that box, she was ready. If you've ever been underestimated at work, hit subscribe, because next week's story makes this one look mild.